Being close to the listener is one of the most important principles of FEBC. Our programs live among the people they serve. And we want you to be close to our listeners and our broadcasters as well. So, welcome to Ukraine.
Located between Russia and Eastern Europe, Ukraine is a country of 45 million people. At one time, it was the second most powerful republic within the former Soviet Union. Ukraine is experiencing its most challenging transformation in its short history as an independent country. Struggles for identity, economic, social, and spiritual downfalls, and hope for a different future. Today, its neighbor Russia is becoming antagonistic towards the gospel. Ukraine is becoming the key hub for FEBC's ministry in this part of the world. FEBC has been producing life-changing programs in Western Ukraine for more than 2 decades. Millions of Ukrainians feel the love of Christ because of your generosity. A year before the war in eastern Ukraine began, God provided us the opportunity to open an FM station there. Today, we are operating 2 stations in Slovyansk and Kramatorsk, broadcasting to people on both sides of the front lines. You, our supporters, played a key role in starting these strategically placed radio stations. Poverty, post-war depression, joblessness, fear, and a wave of suicides. That's the daily reality of people living in eastern Ukraine. Because of your generosity, our programs can be heard by those who desperately need it. Our broadcasters are a part of this community. Olisa teaches English in a local university.
It is a deep desire to help my neighbors and millions of others here in Ukraine that I talk to them about Jesus. Radio empowers our voices, or I should say you friends empower our voices. It is because of your support that we can talk to millions of listeners. Thank you so much. People need Jesus here desperately.
During the military conflict, she had to flee the city under artillery fire with her husband and small children. The family survived, but Olisa lost 2 of her cousins. We are reaching those who have lost their loved ones and their homes. We are also bringing the love of God to soldiers serving in that area. Many have accepted Christ already.
For last 2 years, since we have a conflict at the east, I lose 18 of my friends over there. Investment to the radio for spiritual help in Ukraine is very good thing to do, very powerful, and I think it will be very fruitful.
Dmitry is one of our most dynamic and joyful FEBC broadcasters in Ukraine. As a master judo trainer, he knows how to inspire and challenge people.
Dmitry is a cool coach. I love him.
This is what I do in everyday life.
And this is what he does behind an FEBC microphone. He challenges people to seek the truth, to look for spiritual answers in the Bible, and commit their lives to Jesus. Many of our broadcasters are volunteers like Dmitry. FEBC's efforts in Ukraine are extremely cost-effective. It costs 50 cents for us to have a year-long conversation with one non-Christian listener, and there are millions of them. Maria, like hundreds of others, lost her son in the war. He was killed by a random bomb. For 6 months, Maria could not recover, grief-stricken. It was FEBC radio that brought her back to life. As I listened, I realized that I had to continue to live, she said, and I knew I had to live for the Lord.
People sometimes ask me, why radio? Why did you choose radio as a ministry tool? This is why. Because God talks to people through radio.
Для меня радио – это как хлеб, передачи, которые транслируются, даже просто музыка. У меня маленькие дети, и слушая эту музыку, они начинают вместе с радио ее петь. И я понимаю, что это откладывается в их сердцах, и это будет то зернышко, которое однажды прорастет.
Мы несколько лет работаем с онкобольными людьми, и очень удобно евангелизировать их при помощи радио. Я говорю 68 FM и даю вот такие вот визиточки.
It is wonderful to hear those testimonies. I'm privileged to hear those testimonies coming from our radio listeners. Thank you so much for being part of the team.
God continues to open new doors for ministry in Ukraine. We began 2 new FM stations in the Odessa region. Odessa is a vibrant metropolis with a population of more than 1 million. Located on the Black Sea, this port city reflects the dual nature of Ukraine's current reality. It flourishes with art and passion, rooted in Jewish culture. This artistic hub, and the 3rd largest city in Ukraine, has been called a smile of God. However, it is also notoriously known as Mother Odessa, referring to its role as a long-standing capital of crime. It is to this mix of laughter, pain, fear, and uncertainty that FEBC broadcasters bring something real. Our central studios are in Kiev. We work with talented, experienced broadcasters who interact daily with their countrymen. Some are gifted musicians, others are family counselors, TV reporters, and businessmen. We even have a professional clown.
I love radio.
And of course, at the heart of our broadcasts are Christ-centered messages shared by leading pastors and evangelists. Our listeners actively promote FEBC broadcasts. Yuri, a taxi driver, witnesses to thousands of people using the radio receiver in his car.
Каждый день с людьми общаюсь, работаю, проповедую людям, вот. И это радио сильно мне помогает.
And people throughout the country are responding to what they hear.
We are here at the main university of Ukraine. So many students listen to us because we talk about issues that interest them.
I'm the only one Christian in my university group, and it's so good that FEBC is here, works in Ukraine, and telling people about Jesus Christ.
We are close to the listener. Because of your generosity, we are investing resources into new technology.
As I'm standing here experiencing the sunrise in Odessa, I'm thinking about the future of FEBC in Ukraine. The sun of righteousness is rising for Ukraine. Thank you for your prayers, for your support. Thank you for caring about the people of Ukraine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.